Hi, you're watching The Free Range Teacher, and in this video we'll be briefly discussing the classroom management behaviour strategy, proximity control. Proximity control is a classroom management strategy where a teacher will move and stand near a student and/or students who are demonstrating unproductive and/or disruptive behaviours. This proximity, this closeness to the teacher, will usually be enough to redirect them back on task. An example of this could be when the teacher is given instructions or addressing the class in some form, and there may be a couple of students who are talking amongst themselves and/or being disruptive. By using proximity control, the teacher can move and stand near the students who are being disruptive while still delivering the lesson. And the closeness of the teacher to the students would usually be more than enough to redirect them back on task. Another example of using proximity control could be during a group activity where there are a group of students who are off task and maybe being disruptive. Again, using proximity control, the teacher can move and stand near these students and with presence alone, passively redirect them back on task. With this particular strategy, it's best not to hover around the student after they've made the choice to move back on task. They may feel uneasy or singled out if the teacher chooses to hang around them. The benefits of using proximity control in the classroom are, it effectively redirects students back on task. It easily can be done anywhere, not just in the classroom. For example, you could use proximity control outside during recess or lunch duty, or when the class is out on an excursion. It won't interrupt the flow of the lesson. The teacher doesn't need to stop what they were talking about with the class to deal with behaviour. And it allows the students to see what behaviours are acceptable and what are not in the classroom. Some of the things to be mindful when using proximity control are: it may enable helplessness if done on the same student over and over again, meaning that because the teacher is always nearby, the students who more than likely struggles with schoolwork due to being off task regularly may be inclined to always ask for help rather than attempt the task independently first. Another thing to be mindful of is, like the majority of behavioural management strategies, it may make the student feel singled out and embarrassed in front of their peers. If the teacher regularly stands and remains nearby the same students, it could make them feel anxious. High school students in particular, and possibly because of the concern of how their peers view them, could try to ignore and further test the teacher in order to save face. As long as the teacher is aware of how the strategy may affect students differently and acts accordingly to it, these concerns are minor. In a nutshell, proximity control is an effective classroom management strategy where a teacher moves near a student or students to demonstrate unproductive behaviour in order to improve their behaviour and refocus them. Thank you for watching.